Peace, peace. Shout out to everybody out there in YouTube world. This is the Nerve of You podcast, and we live on the Thursday night. I don't even know what episode this is. I want to say 16, 17, man, but we pushing through. Shout out to the Dime Game Division. Yo, man, we got a hot topic tonight. We're going to chop it up about the fun girl. The fun girl, this is actually something that I talk about quite often on my channel because there's a couple reasons why I talked about the fun girl. You know what I mean? For one, talking to many different women, professionally, in my personal life, et cetera, et cetera. A lot of women didn't understand what the fun girl really was. And I had to break it down because a lot of women was on something like this. Why do men keep doing me dirty? Why do men keep not committing?
Bless you.
Oh man, thank you. Allergy season, people, allergy season. Sorry about that. But why do you men keep just leaving me out there hung out and dry? And my thing is a lot of women don't even truly understand where they fall at with men. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of women, they think just because a man is in their life, a lot of women think just because a man is spending time with her, just because he's whispering sweet nothings in your ear, that he respects you for more than what you truly are in his mind. And that is, ladies and gentlemen, the fun girl. A lot of women don't understand that they bring a lot of relief to men. You know what I'm saying? Sexually, emotionally, et cetera, et cetera. They bring a lot of relief. And at the end of the day, it's like, well, a man can truly love a woman as a fun girl. He don't necessarily have to take her serious. He's never going to make her a wife. A fun girl could be around as long as she want to. You know what I mean? A lot of fun girls actually hang around after a man goes and gets married to another woman. You dig? And see, I don't want to give out too many secrets this podcast. You know what I mean? But a lot of times, people in relationships, right? And this really go for men and women, but right now I'm talking about the women. A lot of time in relationships, right? People don't truly understand that. Look, when it comes to cheating, it was already somebody in the background the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Granted, people do meet new people. You know what I mean? That's a part of it. But especially nowadays, a lot of people are truly, truly already in the background. And this is something that a lot of people don't truly talk about, but it just is what it is. You know what I mean? You got a lot of women that would fit the fun girl criteria that been in a man's life for years, maybe even decades at a time. And, that's just their role in life. You know what I mean? They may gripe every now and then about the time he's spending or not spending or this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, what else is she gonna get from that man? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Make any sense?
Makes sense.
Makes sense. So that's my thing. A lot of women don't even understand what the fun girl truly is and what she represents. And a lot of this shit started because, honestly, I was having a conversation with a woman that was in my life or whatever at one period of time, and she didn't understand why a lot of dudes was doing her certain type of ways. And I had to tell her, like, look, here's the truth about you. You know what I mean? A lot of dudes, they're not going to take you serious. For a lot of men, you just a bunch of fun in their life. But if a man was choosing anybody to build with, anybody to having a life on a more permanent basis, it probably wouldn't be you, because you don't possess the type of qualities that a man wants or needs in his life to elevate. And what happened was, she got real mad. She probably still mad to this day. It is what it is, because that was a a pretty harsh statement, but I had to keep it a buck. I'm like, look, you're the fun girl to a lot of men. You come in their life and you boost up their self-esteem for a while. You know, you make them feel good about themselves. Because a lot of men end up losing it, right? A lot of men end up losing their swag over time, losing their confidence. You know what I mean? A guy may have gotten a little older, you know, put on a little weight. His money might be a little bit of funny. So quite naturally, you're going to lose your spunkiness. You know what I mean? You're going to lose your swag. You're going to lose your, you know, whole appeal that you had in the past. And once a man loses it, some women can come and give a man a little bit more pep in his step. Now, who you think going to give a man in that situation more pep in his step? I guess, virtuous woman or the fun girl?
The fun girl.
You see what I'm saying? So a lot of women truly don't even understand the psychology of it, and they get themselves caught up in these dead end situations with a lot of men. And at the end of the day, it's just something that I feel that needs to be out there. Like, look, if y'all women gonna be complaining, if y'all women gonna be talking about this, that, and the other, then here's one of the reasons why y'all stuck in the situation y'all stuck in, because you was never going to elevate or rise any higher than that man ever seen you. And thanks for that $30 super chat, by the way. I really appreciate that. You see what I'm saying? So,
Right.
like, do it make any sense about the fun girl? Like, you see where I'm going with that?
Yes, I do.
And like, what's your thoughts on women being the fun girl? You know, do you think a lot of women is ignorant to these facts, or do you think a lot of women know and don't care, or do you think a lot of women, they get themselves caught up in that and they ease out? What you think?
I think a lot of women are ignorant to that. I think a lot of women are ignorant to how a man truly views them and how a man truly feels about them.
Talk a little louder for me.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay. So I do think that women are ignorant in how a man views them and how a man feels about them, because uh, they're so focused on how they feel about the man, not thinking, I wonder what category did he put me in. And men lie. Men like to play in the gray area. I remember you saying something like that. But that's where a lot of men like to play. So,
But okay, let me cut you off for 1 second. Now, put yourself in the position of a man. Now, as a man, if you can have your cake and eat it too, right? If you can have the wifey and a different lane, you can have the fun girl on your team. Now, you know, wifey only gonna go for so much, but the fun girl, she gonna be around. That's really the rider. She gonna be around through thick and thin. The fun girl is there when you need to, I guess, complain about your wife. You know what I'm saying? The fun girl gonna be there
to have fun.
Or not just to have a bunch of fun, but to take loads off too. Because a lot of times the fun girl, they can make real good therapists and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
At the end of the day, so who do you think a man is truly gonna let go at the end? Well, he would let go of the fun girl to save his family. I will say that. But a lot of dudes throw their wife under the bus because they ain't getting rid of the fun girl. You see what I'm saying? Because he has grew an attachment to her. Right. But as a man, we understand as men that we got appearances to keep up, right? We got people to see. We want to be respected in the streets. Our face got to be good. Yeah, and a man can truly, may even want to be with the fun girl, but he understand, look, he don't want to walk in the barbershop and dudes be whispering. He don't want to get that nudge from his dad at the Thanksgiving table. Excuse me. He don't want the uncle shaking him to the side saying, what you doing, nephew? You know what I mean? We taught you better than that. Like, a man don't really want to go through this, but if a lot of dudes is being honest, we have all fell for the fun girl, but we understand we can't bring the fun girl to church. We can't bring the fun girl to certain functions because at the end of the day, You know what I mean? Her face not good. Her reputation is a little sullied. Um,
Yeah.
and she just got that fun girl energy. Let me tell you something about a fun girl. You know what I'm saying? My bad, because I'm kind of just rambling on. Like, do you want to speak on this?
And I'll keep going. I need a drink, actually. Get this started.
Should have asked for that before the podcast.
Since we talking about fun. um, but
this is what happens when we film live, people.
but I think you're right. I think a lot of men, they say that the fun girl in other like areas of the world, like Asia, they were subject, like the 8, 9s, and 10s, like they were subjected to the geisha houses and the pleasure homes, the pleasure houses, and the men, they married the virtuous women.
Well, those were the beautiful women,
right?
Like the 8, 9s, and 10s.
They were considered the fun girls.
Well, they made them into fun girls. See, more what I'm talking about as far as fun girl, I mean, just over time.
Thank you.
No problem. She's been conditioned over time. She's taken up a role of being so fun that she can never be wife. Because let me tell you something about a wife, right? Versus the fun girl. And I need people to really hear me clearly. Honestly, man, especially people that come from traditional households and households with mom and dad, it don't necessarily have to be a biological, but you just grew up in a household that was very secure. You understand that the woman of that household wasn't always fun, period. Matter of fact, she probably got on the man's of the house nerves. She was always on top of him about this, that, and the other. She made sure he didn't drive out of the yellow lines per se. You know what I'm saying? At times, she was a real bitch, straight up. The wife is not always going to tell a man, husband, boyfriend, whatever, what they want to hear. That's just the reality of the situation. Like, the wife, a lot of times ain't no fun. Like, why you think guys be, getting off of work and you see these guys in lounges or strip clubs with their construction working uniform on and stuff like that? They just want to load off because they know as soon as they hit the door, there's something to do. You got to clean the gutters, take the trash out, mow the lawn, the car need this, the kids need that. You know what I'm saying? The wife is never really no fun, but she's responsible. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times she know how to manage the kids real good. Not in all cases, but in most cases they do. They know everything that goes on under the household as far as the kids and this and that. They understand what bills got to be. So all of this is responsibility, and responsibility, honestly, ain't really fun. You dig? It's just not. It's necessary, but it ain't fun. You dig?
Right.
So a man wants a fun girl to just let a little load off. You know what I'm saying? The wife getting on his nerves. He want to go lay up, pillow talk with the fun girl, and he's telling the fun girl everything that's going on under the household. You see what I'm saying? The fun girl actually probably knows more about the husband than their own wife because he has grown an attachment to her. But now you may say as a woman, well, why he just won't make her the wife? Because at the end of the day, we inherently know as people, right, men and women, we know the truth. Now, even when we doing wrong, even when we way out of bounds, even when we in these silver shadow areas, we still know the truth. We know the truth when we see it. We know the truth when we hear it, right? So a man may just inherently understand, look, if I bring this woman into my campaign, she may outright destroy it. But if I keep her here and I feed her with a long handled spoon, if I don't bring her too close to the operation, then I'm safe like that. You see what I'm saying? If I'm making any sense?
You are.
Like, you got any thoughts on that?
A lot of times when they do keep that woman so far and they feed them with a long spoon, they are telling her, you have a chance to be my wife. They are.
How's he doing that?
He is dragging on the.
But is he saying, "I want you to be my wife"?
Yeah.
Look, sleeping with a woman, giving a woman a compliment, telling a woman that you care about her is not telling a woman, "I want you to be my wife." Do you know what telling a woman, "I want you to be my wife" is? Getting down on one knee and letting the woman know, "I want you to be my wife." That's at the end of the day, keep it a buck.
But
There's only one way to that.
they slowly brainwash women,
Who
and
is they? I mean,
I'm
I don't
saying
understand.
men that are married that have side chicks, that promise, yeah, I'm gonna leave her one day. Yeah, I want you to be my wife one day. Oh, I can't do it right now, but not to say I have experience. I'm not. I'm just. This is from.
That's what they all say.
This is what I heard. So, um, so anyway, this is what happens every day. Because they know that the woman, that's the goal, that's the prize, is the commitment, is the wife's place.
But a lot of fun girls, I ain't gonna say all, a lot of fun girls have accepted their role in life, especially as they get older. Now, maybe like a younger woman that was a fun girl, yeah, she gonna kick and scratch and cry to get in the number one position. But at the end of the day, the fun girl that go into their 40s and 50s, now at that point they understand that getting married, getting commitment is a very, very slim chance. They might even had a side baby by a married man, and they just caught up in this wild, love triangle type situation that truly goes nowhere at the end of the day. And they end up, just playing that position until the man finally grows up, and then he cut her off, and then she raises hell and keep the kids away from him and all of this other crap. And that's a little secret that a lot of men just don't want to really deal with when it comes to child support and visitation rights and all of this kids crap and stuff a lot of men get themselves into.
Wow.
They was doing something that they had no business doing.
Right.
But we talk about that on another podcast. Let me go ahead and reset this podcast. Shout out to everybody in YouTube world. Follow me on Instagram at CBoogie Productions. Yo, we coming at you live on a Thursday night. We got the co-host with the most. We got Rose up in the building. And, excuse me, man. We talking about the fun girl versus the wife at the end of the day. And, I feel like this should be a real educational podcast, kind of like National Geographic or something, because a lot of women be on some shit like this, man. Well, he told me this, or he told me that, and you know what I mean? Well, he did this for me. And then that same man will meet a woman and be married within 6-7 months. And then the fun girl be so astonished on how he did that, but it comes back to self-awareness, right? Now, in life, right, we can't date ourselves. That's impossible. We can only experience ourselves, as life go by. We look back in retrospect because we live life backwards, but we can't date ourselves. You can't date yourself as a man and vice versa. But what I'm saying is, if a person has enough self-awareness, they would truly understand what they bring to somebody's life. Right. And a lot of times, it's really the women's fault. Y'all hit that like button for me, y'all. It's really the women's fault because a lot of women had a false sense of self and who they was in a relationship. You see what I'm saying? Hey, if y'all haven't noticed, I'm teaching today, people. They had a a false sense of self in a relationship because, the man's fault is this, not keeping it a buck with the girl from the jump. Like, look, you ain't never gonna rise above this, that, and the other. But if I meet a woman as a bottom tier woman that I was smutting out, truly, it'd be very hard for her to rise above that in my mind, people. Y'all gotta understand. See, if I meet a woman and I'm smashing her in the back of a El Camino off the exit on 285 going toward Lithonia, Georgia. Not that I ever did this. I'm just saying what I heard. Going through Lithonia, Georgia. If I meet a woman under these conditions, right? My thing is,
Hell no.
we had fun. It was a Man, splendid night. It was a joyous occasion. I won't put no schmut on your name because I don't rock out like that. Matter of fact, I'll call you when I'm passing through. We can even talk because, you know what I mean, you might have been a good conversation before my dick was in your mouth. But at the end of the day, you will never rise above that in my mind because you know why? Because at the end of the day, I understand inherently that when it comes to a wife and raising kids, how good you rode my Swammy in the back of the El Camino on 285 going to Willatonia, I inherently understand that that won't raise my kids.
Okay.
That won't help me with my campaign. That won't support me in my darkest days. That won't help me build my empire. That was just a fun time. I could compartmentalize. You dig?
Can you compartmentalize when you sleep with a woman so quick? So that woman that you sleep with so quick, is her future doomed? And I'm not talking about everyone. I'm not talking about every case. I'm talking about the majority of the case. Because you hear a lot of men saying, yeah, on the third date, I want to have, I want to do it with this woman. Or on the third date, most likely. So you're saying that she's doomed. She's forever in the fun girl category.
I mean, look, it's levels. Sleeping with a woman on the first date and me bending her backwards in the back of an El Camino or me bringing her back to my crib after she done had too many Crown and Cokes and me, having my way with her. It's just levels to sleeping with a woman on the first night. Like, it's a feel. Like, sometimes a man could be on a date with a woman, right? And the chemistry so fire. Sexual chemistry. Mm-hmm. But the date was good. We got a lot in common.
Right.
Excuse me. We got a lot in common.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We kicking it. We vibing. We even got some of the same values. But boy, we sexually attracted to each other. Bring them back to the crib. Bam. That's one thing. But it's another thing if I meet you somewhere online, bring you back to my crib, right? I put my Swammy in your mouth, made you make me some French toast, and then woke up in the morning like, all right, what up? It's just levels to it. A lot of women got to understand that it's levels. So anyway, that woman, if I could see some qualities in her, like, you know what, she'll be good to keep around. She like to clean. She like to cook. She gonna she gonna have sex when I tell her to have sex. You know what I mean? She gonna do all type of wild stuff. You know what I mean? And she's malleable. I'm gonna keep her around, but I understand. You know what I mean? Her mind. There was a song back in the day. The girl looks so good, but her brain is not ready. They don't know. I'd rather talk to a woman because her mind is so steady. Here we go. I mean, KRS-One rapped about this back in the day. This was like back in the late 80s. Something like that. When dudes was out here rapping about it and they had to keep it real. Like, the girl looks so good, but her brain is not ready. You know what I'm saying? This is nothing new. So again, we all know the truth in the situation. The man knows the truth. Now, the fun girl may not know the truth because she has a false sense of self. You know what I'm saying? Because for whatever reason, you know what I mean, she's falling for whatever the man's throwing at her. Now, the man is not quite promising commitment, but he's throwing little, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Dougie Bones out there. You know what I mean? She's eating them up and shit.
Like catnip?
Like catnip, baby. So at the end of the day, it's one of those things like, yo, a lot of women don't even realize that, or maybe they don't care. Let me see. I mean, because some women don't, no, hold on. Because some women truly don't give a damn. They like, yo, I ain't fooling with the marriage thing. I just want to have some fun. I want companionship. But what I'm saying is a lot of women don't know why they in such a dead-end lifestyle. They in such a dead-end relationship cycle because a man inherently understands when he found a woman that's a wife. And the wife is elevation, right? Let me tell you what a wife is. The wife comes in a man's life and she's elevation in a different way. See, the fun girl going maybe infuse a man with a little bit more steam, put some pep in his step or whatever. But a wife comes in and she decorate things spiritually. You dig? A wife comes in.
Ooh, I like
and
say that again.
Well, she decorate things spiritually.
I like that.
The wife comes in and she fixed those picture frames that have been crooked for years. She understand the decor. You know what I'm saying? She understand the temperature of things. The wife comes in and she's situating stuff that ain't been situated in years. She understand, hey, you ain't been on your dean at your job, or you ain't been doing this. The wife is putting systems in place where you're going to get promoted. You're going to elevate. Yo, this is what a good woman is so invaluable, man. I mean, valuable. She's very valuable, I should say. A good woman is priceless. A good woman is a cheat code to a man. You know that, right? Hold on, don't say nothing. At the end of the day, this is what a good woman truly brings to a man. And when a man finds that, this is why we get those situations where a man will propose in 5 months or 6 months or, less than a year, because he stumbled across that. And he understand, I've been in these streets, I've been on this concrete, I've been around, and all the women that I've been with, yeah, I had some fun, great memories, they're good people, but I ain't had this. It wasn't that elevation. You see what I'm saying? Now, a man understand that, dog, you ain't truly gonna find that, Jones. What you gonna find is the back of that El Camino on 285 going to Lithonia, Georgia. You see what I'm saying? So, that's the difference. One of the two differences between a fun girl and a wife.
So a fun girl has the ability to elevate his ego.
Bingo, ring a ding 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 ding.
But a wife it has the ability to elevate his lifestyle.
I'm almost over here like Rose, duh.
So she has the ability.
No, say it with me, duh. Oh, go ahead. Duh.
Damn.
Go ahead.
So you said, so the fun girl has the ability to elevate a man's ego, especially sexually.
But not just sexually.
Especially sexually.
Okay.
Yeah, who he is as a man.
Right.
But the wife has the ability to elevate his whole campaign.
The whole spigot.
His whole lifestyle.
I mean, his health.
His
Hold on.
His
doing too much right now, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, his health. You know what I mean? His spot. Hold on.
Everything. Okay. So that's she has.
I mean, his health, finances. You know what I'm saying? Now, sometimes a fun girl. Hold on. Now, a fun girl is very useful for doja activities. A fun girl is useful. Let's not get this twisted. A fun girl is very useful. That's why we keep them around. I mean, it's only so much sex you can have in a day. A fun girl is cool when I want to, stumble drunk from a bachelor party or some shit like that, and I need somebody to call. A fun girl is cool when I get off work a little early and I ain't got to be home to 6:30 and it's 4:30. I got 2 hours to blow. A fun girl is cool when I want all type of last minute just shit, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. The fun girl has a role in a man's life. Are you serious? A fun girl is a half of a wife. You know what I mean? The wife is the whole. That's your covenant to God and all that. But the fun girl is half of that. She gonna give you that instant spunk. Like, yo, she knocked my boots off. You know what I mean? I can talk to her any kind of way. And this is the biggest. You know what I'm saying? I hate to be on here wilding out, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm serious. I'm talking to her any kind of way. And the fun girl is very easily forgiving. Cause you know the wife ain't gonna forgive it. Yo, man, a lot of dudes is going through it right now because the wife is holding on to that energy from 2 years ago. Like she ain't never let that go.
Hold your feet to the fire.
The wife ain't never let that go. But that's the wife, because the wife understand is critical. So the fun girl, she ain't really going nowhere. And a man gonna spend bread. A man gonna pillow talk. A man gonna do certain things for the fun girl because he truly understand. Like, bruh, you know what I mean? I ain't getting that at home from the whiz.
Shout out to all the fun girls.
Shout out to y'all. Y'all keep a lot of prison conference rooms warm on Christmas. A lot of fun girl write prison letters. A lot of fun girl bail. A lot of niggas out of jail. A lot of fun girls can make a mean tuna fish sandwich.
Look, shout out to all the fun girls that are doing all the work that the virtuous wife does.
What if
trying to take that woman's place or trying to get that place.
Well, the fun girl is a great place holder.
Shout out to all the fun girls that don't have that's not meeting the requirements in his head, but she's doing the necessary things that's needed to elevate. And I think that a lot of women, we need to fire men. We need to cut the free gym subscription because you're doing all these things, but he's looking at you as a fun girl. So why are you cooking? Why are you cleaning? Why are you doing all these things for a man that sees
because
you?
That's what the fun girl was made for.
With him, why are you helping him with his business? If you're overworking yourself for no reason.
Because the fun girl, I would love to answer this. Can I answer this, ladies and gentlemen? Thanks for that $10 super chat, DJ813. Shout out to the boogeyman. No diggity. No doubt. Let me go ahead and reset this room. We got a co-host with the most. We got Rose in the building. Shout out to everybody. I need one thing. I just need y'all to hit that like button on the way in. Let's go ahead and run it up. Let's run these numbers up. And we're going to have some fun. You know what I mean? I thought this was a good topic, ladies and gentlemen. It ain't for everybody, but god damn it, it is for somebody. I'm going to answer that.
Sonic said, good point, Rose. Fun girls do have higher intentions, LOL. We reach for the stars, land on the tree.
Okay, let's get into it. Let me put my shoulders in this. At the end of the day, let me tell y'all something, man. And fellas that's riding with me, we gonna go there. We gonna hurt a lot of women's feelings tonight. But peep game, I don't give a damn. That's something off with the fun girl. That's, at the end of the day, it's something that just not right. That a man can feel. It's not always tangible. It's not always visible, but a man can feel it. Sometimes it's psychological. Sometimes it's emotional. Sometimes it's spiritual. But a man can feel when something just not right. And, a lot of time the fun girl, truth be told, she been through so much crap with men or with life that some people truly accept the bad in life. That's the reality of it. They truly accept being a second-class citizen. The fun girl will never elevate above being a fun girl in her mind first. See, this is what they don't understand. So how can you elevate as a wife in a man's mind when a man can see in your mind you ain't elevated past wherever you at, wherever you're stuck at, wherever you've been hanging at? You see what I'm saying? A man gonna look at your friends. A man gonna look at your finances. A man gonna look at how you carry yourself on a day-to-day. A man gonna look at certain things and put you smack in a category like, look, she cool, but she irresponsible as hell. She's cool, but you know what I mean, she a good lay, but at the end of the day I can't take her around my smart friends because she dumb as a box of rocks. She cool, but her her shirt don't ever match her shoes or something silly like that. But what I'm saying is, in a woman's mind, she's never gonna. So if in a woman's mind, right, in her mind, if she's swimming with the fishes, if she hanging with the roaches, man, real talk, how can a man ever respect you? That's like, Rose, for men, right? If a man ain't got no self-confidence, no inner confidence, no inner belief in himself, as a woman, how could you ever feel secure? The answer is you're not, because you can't.
Yeah.
The same thing with a man. It's like, if you're not going to carry yourself with any kind of regalness and dignity, if you're not going to believe in yourself enough to tell that man no from time to time, if you're just going to go for whatever, why would a man respect you when you don't respect your damn self? And see, hold on, because I'm cooking.
You
should know when I'm cooking.
are.
Yeah, I mean. So at the end of the day, a man is going to analyze all this. He's going to put it in perspective. Like, look, in the back of the El Camino, she's great. In the back of the Marriott, the W, the Super 8, the Motel 6, the Holiday Inn, whatever y'all in, the Hilton Garden, and the top floor of that, she's excellent. You know what I'm saying? I could pull over to a rest stop or a truck stop and get some good neck bone. You know what I mean? Y'all know about the neck bones. But I understand that she's never going to elevate in her mind because she's fucked up. Period. She's damaged, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know about the neck bone, man. Girls been giving neck bone since I was in 6th grade, but that's a different story. What I'm saying is, a lot of women truly don't understand where they fall, right? And I used to remember her name. They called the jawbone.
Oh my God.
They called the jawbone. So my thing is just simple like this. I'm not here to shit on women. I'm not here to degrade women. I'm here to keep it a whole brick on the concrete. And a lot of women just don't understand why they quote unquote not getting the commitment. They're not getting certain things because truly they don't elevate a man spiritually. They don't elevate a man in ways that he has never experienced before. They don't bring anything new to a man's life, new experiences, new ventures. They don't bring none of this. What they bring is, you know what? Truth be told, you gonna be my bitch. Period. That's what they bring. And we all know what that is. You gonna be my bitch. But a wife get all the respect for the most part. But the fun girl, she get the bad days. I don't even want to get too deep into it because, you know what I mean? I don't even want to give away a lot of secrets because, fellas, we got to be here. But what I'm saying is, I'm sorry, go ahead.
You said she got the bad days. Let's go deep. What that mean? I got you, girl. I got you, woman.
I mean, break it down. What you want to know?
You said
they call a jawbone. No, I'm playing.
So you know what? Okay, let's
go ahead.
Let's move on. What I thought about was a lot of men, when they like a woman or they feeling a woman, they let their wants take over them, and often they try to deflower a woman. Meaning they see her beauty, they see her, all the great things about her, and they just want her to be a part of them and, you know, their body and their life, that they want to, you know, do things with her sexually. And
as he should.
Of course, yeah, that's how a man feels, you know,
right.
Loved
and
cared for, yeah. But sometimes women, we got to look at men in their eyes and say, you're better than this. You know, we gotta.
Oh, hold on. Rewind. Ew, DJ, hold on. DJ, scratch the record. Say that one more time.
We gotta look men in the eyes and say, "You're better than this." You could
now, hold on. Stop right there. Now, fellas, right? The only person that we ever gonna accept that from is our mom/grandma and the wife. If the fun girl ever look you in the eye and try to tell you anything in the realm of morality, even if you don't say it, you're gonna be like, bitch.
There's a lot of men that have a default for women. No matter what women they are coming across, they will treat that woman. Some men, they will just treat a woman the same, and then it's up to the woman that will have to say yes or no to things. It's not like there's a lot of men going around treating one woman like this and one woman like that and one woman. Sometimes a man could perceive you as a fun girl or want to put you in that category, and then when he tries that, then that's when you say, DJ scratched the record.
Well,
that's what I'm talking
if a
about.
woman was on her dean, right? If a woman was on her dean, if a woman was already into her self-improvement, into herself, doing what she got to do, she wouldn't be in a position where she would end up in that category as a fun girl. So already that's problematic. You see what I'm saying? That's already problematic for me. So, I understand what you're saying, but some women always going to get the benefit of the doubt based on who they are, based on track records, based on how they carry themselves, based on a lot of different things, internal and external. A lot of women just going to get the benefit of the doubt. And it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Question. Let's say I meet
you Destiny's Child now. Question.
Tell me what you think about me. Okay. And my question is, let's say I meet a guy at the airport, and we speaking for months or whatever. How do I know how he looks at me? How do I know if he wants to put me in his fun girl category or his wife category, or how do I know?
If a man is intentional, right? If a man truly wants you, he gonna let it be known. It's no secret. It's no hiding. You're gonna feel it in the way he pursues you, the way he's moving, the way he's spending his bread, his time, all of this stuff. I mean, there's no way that you're not gonna know when a man is intentional. I mean, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, this stuff is experiential. It's experience. You're gonna feel it. Excuse me. Pardon me. And it's no black and white with that. It either is or it ain't. If a man is intentional about a woman, right? Even if he's not tripping on the outcome, he's doing whatever in his power to put himself in the best position to keep you around for quite some time. Period. You know what I'm saying?
There are a lot of men that want a woman around.
Oh, okay. Let me. Okay.
That still looks at her as a fun girl.
Okay, every relationship doesn't result to marriage. Things happen. But it doesn't mean the man don't have respect for that woman. You see what I'm saying?
Sorry.
So what I'm saying is a woman will truly know. I mean, you got to look at the subtleties. A lot of people in today's society just aren't intuitive enough, women and men. I say it a lot because a woman should be able to tell by when a man brings her out the house, how that man acted when you took him to see your family, how that man acted around your friends, how that man talked to you certain times of the day on the phone. I mean, some women are very intuitive. They gamed up. They should write books upon books for women. And some women will never be that intuitive because they're foolish. And it goes back to how they truly feel about themselves at the end of the day.
A lot of men will go around
but
do
hold on.
things like the baby. You know how he put her on, like the way he treated Danny Lay in the IG lives. They would do all that, right? But not give a woman a title.
But is that his fault or her fault? Right?
It's both of their fault, but mostly on his fault because it's
Is that his fault or her fault? If is basically volunteering to be in that position in his life, how can you fault him? Because the man is the aggressor, facts. But the woman has to accept his deal. And if she has accepted where she's at in his life, you can't blame the baby. His name is the fucking baby. What you think you're gonna get out of a grown man named Dababy? Now, she has accepted this role in his life.
Okay.
Now, I can get on him as a man, honestly, but 90% of that is on her. Why? Because she accepted what he was giving her. Now, if she would have passed on it, he got two options. Come to her with a better deal or leave her alone, period.
Okay. All right. You got it.
Give me some.
You got
I'm
it.
cooking tonight, huh?
You are.
Cooking.
You are.
I might go home and make some catfish nuggets because this grease is hot. But the point is this. Go ahead.
I think more
seem like
women
you got a
need
lot
to
to
pay
say.
we need to pay more attention to. We need to pay more attention to a man's actions and if it lines up with his words.
But here's the deal. See, because I'm going to go a step further. Because I'm going to help you out. Because you seem a little lost tonight. I'm going to really help you out. My thing is this. It starts off with how we see ourselves as people, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, honestly. And if a man sees himself as a competent, intentional, stand-up, good brother, everything around him going to say that. Because that's how he see himself. And that's how he carries himself. He wear that every day. Can't nobody convince him anything otherwise. If a woman sees herself, honestly, less than a woman, or she confused, or she just don't know what a woman is, she's trying to find it, then at the end of the day, everything around her is going to say that. It starts with us. See, why I didn't like the example of the baby is because we're trying to put the blame on somebody else. When the one girl, Delilah, whatever her name is, she can never blame the baby because what's her name?
Danny Lay.
Danny Lay. She can never get mad at the baby because, for one, if she had any respect for herself, she wouldn't have got pregnant for that man.
Right.
Period. There's nothing else goes beyond that. And for two, for whatever reason, she's seen herself as a little jump off to some local rapper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And she's a beautiful girl. Right. She could have been with the Michael B. Jordans of the world, that class,
right.
But she chose the Roaches.
Right.
You dig? So at the end of the day, it's how she views herself. And that's on her. That's not on the man to fix. See, we want other people to come in and fix our esteem. We want people to come in and fix our confidence. We want people to come in and fix these things. Nobody gonna fix this but us. A man or a woman, I'm talking about women tonight. Women have to fix these insecurities and character flaws and self-esteem issues in themselves before they hit the dating market. That way they can avoid some of the pitfalls. But when you get out here and you only see yourself as a jump off for a knucklehead rapper that's running up in you raw dog, straight lace, then that's all you ever gonna be. And in his mind, you ain't gonna rise above that. Why? I'm gonna tell you why. It's some deep psychological stuff. Because in my heart, I know I ain't shit. As a stupid local knucklehead rapper, I know I ain't shit. I know, I don't want to do nothing but get high all day. I know that I truly don't even really like my own kids. I know that I'm superficial as hell. I know all these things, and you deal with me anyway. Why would I have respect for you? But see, that's the more deeper part of it, that as people, we don't even want to really realize because we have a false sense of self, man. See, nobody want to tell the truth these days. First about them fucking selves, man. Nobody want to keep it a buck. about who they are. So we want to put the blame on other people, society, this, that, community, church, whatever, school. No, it's you. Forget all of that because nobody going to change it but you. Now, the girl Delilah, ain't nobody going to build her esteem but her, right?
Right.
Ain't nobody going to come in and self-improve, get it right, meditate, exercise, whatever type of mental exercises she got to do. Nobody going to get it right but her. The baby, he found his lick, period. And you know what? Once he's done with Delilah, he be on to the next broad. And you know, I don't truly feel sorry for women, but I want to take this time to educate women. But you know what? There's a whole crop of women coming up right behind me that ain't watching this podcast that's gonna fall for it. Why? Because they self-esteem is jacked up. They whole esteem is yo. Let me tell y'all something in
Damn,
YouTube
that
world.
makes me tear up, man. That's serious.
Let me tell y'all something in YouTube world, right? And this is for anybody that just listening. Y'all hit that like button. The first place a person that truly don't have respect and or love for you gonna hit is your esteem. Period. That's the easiest way to control a person. They destroy your esteem and then they turn right back around and tell you that they love you. That's a sacred place. And if you're not 10 toes down, y'all see this Dom Game Division shirt? If your Dom game ain't calibrated as a man or even as a woman or whatever the case, then if your esteem is wavering for anybody, if somebody can come in, I don't care how good they are, if they can come in and throw you off your dean, throw you off your square, attack your esteem, man, look, they already got control over you. You just don't even know it yet because you allowed them to get to that point. And I see this a lot with abusive relationships. I see this a lot with, just emotional abuse, physical abuse, whatever. They attack somebody's esteem, but what they do is they play the villain and the hero. You see what I'm saying? And this stuff is not elaborate, people. This stuff has been here since the beginning of the time. But every generation put their remix on it. Every generation put their cut on it. They step on it. And if somebody's dealing with your esteem, making you feel some type of way, they never loved you. That ain't love. That ain't caring about nobody. That's not elevate. Love is elevation. You know what I'm saying? Relationships is respect, elevation. You know what I'm saying? Empowerment. Stuff like you should be elevating, not digressing. But honestly, when we in communities with lack of fathers, when we in communities where, look like ash rubble, when we in communities where young women got to fend for themselves, when we in communities, then a lot of young women are food for the wolves. There's no other way around it, man.
Yeah.
And it sound messed up, but it is what it is. So again,
you have a woman looking to submit, but she doesn't understand who to submit to. So anybody that comes her way that treats her well or she's sexually attracted to or whatever, her instinct is to submit. So she's just submitting to anyone and everyone to her detriment. And it's so sad that it's disheartening. Like,
well,
it's a battle for us to say, hey, I'm not gonna submit to you. I'm gonna submit to myself and
one of them nice.
The love.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna submit to loving myself and being loved.
Well, that's what a father would
into love.
Not that's a fact.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
That's what a father would typically tell his daughter, right? So I got 2 daughters, and I would say, and it's funny because the same advice I would give to you or any woman watching, I would give to my daughters. Like, look, you gotta.
Emotional as hell.
You can sit this one out if you want.
No,
Yeah.
okay.
Now get it together because we live.
Okay, yeah.
So I would tell my daughters the same thing. Like, look, you have to protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? The same way a man is going to protect himself. I'm not saying you should never mistreat a man. You should never disrespect a man. But at the end of the day, if you know your value, if you know your value, you wouldn't even be in certain situations. So why we talking about it?
Right.
If we got to talk about it, clearly you don't know your value. You dig?
That's true.
I would tell that to my own children. Like, look, you know, we got these false senses of attachments in life, right?
Right.
You know, because we want to get our esteem through each other as people, as a woman, as a man. I want to get my false sense of confidence to you, my esteem. I want to feel sexy. I want to feel handsome. I want to feel all of these things through you when it's supposed to come with me, right? And vice versa. And I would tell my kids the same thing. Well, you're never going to get that through a man. If you don't come to the table with that, you're fooled. Period. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm. And you know what? You know, I don't want to say what I want to say, but I just think my daughter's blessed to have a dad like me because I got nothing but game.
Yeah.
I got nothing but wisdom because I'ma always give it to him uncut on that level, right? But what I'm saying is, I understand that we don't live in a fantasy world, so I'm like this, Jones. You know, man, look. If you don't come with your own peace, if you don't come with your own esteem and happiness, if you don't come with all these things in tow and intact, if these things wasn't instilled in you, why the hell are you in a relationship until you fix that shit? That's the $1 billion question that, you know, it's rhetorical. You know what I mean? Because you're trying to find something outside of yourself that's going to make you whole. And once you realize, ladies and gentlemen, that you ain't never going to be whole, once you realize, bless you.
Thank you.
Once you realize that void you trying to fill, the only person that can fill that is you. Let's hope it's not too late, for one. And for two, let's hope that you ain't been dragged through the mud so much and so far that you can't recover. My thing is just simple. Look, self-improve. Educate yourself. Read. Get around positive, progressive people. Right. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't growing, if you ain't elevating, why you around those people? Period. It's rhetorical because you can't give me a reason why you around the same people because you ain't growing. You know what I'm saying? You could water that plant all day. The plant ain't growing, man.
There's no sun.
Ain't no sun, ain't no water, ain't no none of that.
Right.
So, look, I just want to keep it a buck because, look, I like to see people prosper. That's just who I am as a person. I got a love for humanity, but I have a low tolerance for stupid shit. Now, that may be a contradiction, right? Yeah. I'm going to say that again. I have a love for humanity, but I have a low tolerance for stupid shit. Why? Because we better than this. Yeah. I have a high expectation for you, for anybody watching, that, yo, know your worth. If I ever, as my co-host, if if I ever see you acting beyond,
unbecoming,
below what I think you're fired. Yeah. You can never come back to my. Why? Because I can't. If I get that energy on me, I'm done. See, Boogie done. I ain't no selling no books, ain't no summits, ain't no courses, ain't no none of that. Right. I'm finished out here. Why? Because I know what it takes. You see what I'm saying? I've been to the bottom.
And you got to protect that energy. You got to protect
Facts.
that. Because the moment you let your guard down and you accept and you're around people that are like that, you should count the time. You're next. So.
But that's what I'm saying. So,
yeah.
You know, if I get out of pocket, if I ain't on my dean, this whole Dom game. And you know, Dom game global. We got Dom game in Africa, UK. We got Dom game Europe, Dom game Germany. We got Dom game Mexico. We got Dom game Asia. For real, like dudes hit me up
Middle
from.
East.
You know what I'm saying? Um, Dom game global. So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? If I fall, ain't no more self-improvement summits where people can go and purge. Ain't no more healing in that area. Ain't no more Dom game global giving men and women confidence to face their fears. I can't fold. So what I'm saying is, if you come around me with energy that's unbecoming, I have to cut slang and let you go. Why? Because at the end of the day, I have an obligation to the universe that says I'm gonna be my best. Now, if you're a smart woman and you're around me all the time,
Which I am.
you you gonna pick up on everything I'm putting down. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I do.
You funny. So it just comes down to that. But it doesn't start with me. It starts with how you see yourself. If you see yourself as a smart, beautiful, intelligent woman, you know what's gonna happen? Everything around you gonna mirror that.
Right.
If you see yourself as anything less than that, well, that's gonna be the results. Period. You
Right.
see what I'm saying?
And even if you get tested by life, because life will test you to see if you truly what you are, what you say you are, and what you think you are, you gotta pass that test. And a lot of times we fail that test when life tests us. You know, are you a wife? Are you a fun girl? If you believe you're a wife, then you better pass that test.
Now we
You,
cooking.
you better, yeah, cause a lot of times life will send you the best of the best that you perceive to see if you are what you say you are. And that happened to me in my life. So
Well, that's why we can't stop taking that information. See, let me tell you something, Jones. In life, we should always value vital information because we can never rise above the information we take in, right? So
yeah, because you
if
don't know what you don't know.
don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
So if you're not constantly educating yourself, if you're not constantly trying to reach out and search for more in life, whatever amount of information and exposure you got, that's as far as you're gonna go mentally. So we should always value information, but think about how we live as people. We value things, we value shiny things. This is how we live. For real. This is what these whack ass rappers teach us. For real. And I love rap music, but I don't like rappers. I just want to let you
Yeah,
know.
I remember you
I don't
saying
really like rappers
Yeah.
because they poison the community. But we value shiny things,
attention.
jewelry, car.
Attention.
Yeah, attention. It brings attention. We value shiny shit. We value, um,
Effing instead of making love.
yeah, we value we value pleasure over the grind
Right.
and the sacrifice.
Right.
We value short term versus long term. You see what I'm saying? Look at the stuff we value.
We value fake instead of natural.
I mean, all of these things
Yeah.
that would take us into the next stratosphere. So again, we should value information.
The number one thing I fell victim to was not valuing love and understanding in a relationship and valuing what all the women value, which is like the looks, the money, the everything that we say that we want as women. And that's a big problem. That's a very big problem.
Well, in life, we live and we learn, right?
And my favorite thing that you say is we live life backwards. You know, that 2020 hindsight is 2020.
Yeah.
I really like when you say that.
Well, life is, because the way I see it, and many other great scholars, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know I'm college educated, but I get to. Life is to be experienced, you know?
Right.
Now, how do we experience life? We can only experience life through truth. Anything else, you just observe in life. So,
And what is true?
truth is love. Love is truth. But we experience life through truth. You know, God says, I'm the way, the truth, and the light.
The understanding of reality.
Oh, you talking about the definition? Yeah.
Yeah.
Truth is the understanding of reality. You know what I'm saying?
So if you're limited in information, you have a limited understanding of reality.
Possibly, but not always. But I see where you're going. But I would say possibly. You know,
That's why, as an example, we're like, oh, I was young. That's always an excuse, like the number one excuse. I was young because you had limited information.
well, that's exactly what it is.
You had
It's
limited
not an
truth.
excuse. But and I see what you okay. I see where you're going
You didn't know
with
the whole
that
truth.
statement. But you know, we all was born with common sense too. We all was born with common sense. And the moment we deviate from that is when we find ourselves in some BS. But what I'm saying is this, you know, we start with truth and we build our way up in life and um should get past the insecurities that should be dealt with pretty early and all people need is to focus on themselves. I think that we put so much time and energy in trying to control the outcome or control another person that is driving us crazy as men and women. All you can do is control. You can't control how a man perceives you. Only thing you can control is who you are.
Right. Right. That's true.
I mean, that's it. I can't
That's true.
control if a woman see me. Um, I can't control if a woman see me, um, as a lick, as a boyfriend, as a chocolate bar. You know, maybe like a Morris chestnut or something. I can't. I can't control that.
Right.
All I can do is wake up every morning, reset, and be my best self. See what I'm
Right.
saying? That's all I can do. I think that at the end of the day, man, a lot of people got to get into the right perspective. We want to control one another. We want to be the reason for one another. And yo, between people, you can only experience each other. The moment we get into this control of a person or outcome, or the moment we get into all this crap, man, we already lost the race.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and thanks for that $5 super chat, Seeker of Truth. All this red pill crap is not even teaching dudes how to engage women. It's really keeping these niggas in fear. That's why I stopped respecting it, because I realized they don't want to rise above, you know, because these content niggas want to make money and shit. Yo, truth be told, right? I'm just going to be 100. I'm just going to say it.
What? Tell me.
Not real talk, because I think a lot of these content creators that's preaching this hardcore bullshit, I think a lot of them niggas is lame. I think, truth be told, none of them niggas, I ain't gonna say none, but a lot of them niggas don't want to see a nigga like me in the club with no bitches. I mean, that's like not even close. A lot of them niggas be like really, you know what I mean, ugly as shit, short as a motherfucker. A lot of them niggas have major character flaws, and I'm like, look, man, at the end of the day, a lot of the niggas can't even show you a bad bitch, and they keep it. A lot of these niggas that follow them scared as fuck. I mean, my thing is, nigga, it ain't about all that, because I come in peace, my nigga. But my thing is, tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, life ain't that bad. What I notice about women, if you leave them alone, they'll leave you alone. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
At the end of the day.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
You
But
say that again.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's about 2 or 3 content creators. I put this on my children. If I ever see them, I'm going to spit in their face.
Damn.
I mean, why am I so harsh? Because I was talking to my nigga J-Dub, man. I'm like, look, man, I'm tired of the fuckery. And real talk, I don't give a fuck if I'm in an airport, airplane. I don't care if I'm at the self-improvement summit. If I ever see a couple of these I'm going to spit right in their face. I'm going to dare them niggas to do something. But that's beside the point, because I don't like how they leading these young black men.
They are.
They leading these young black men into the slaughter because they got these guys scared of women instead of having them niggas be men, and the women gonna be attracted to them because they men. They got these niggas scared to engage women. So I'm like, you know what, dog? Just because you fucked up the community a little bit more, when I see you, I'm gonna spit in your face. And I know you're not gonna do nothing because at the end of the day, you know, I'm outside and I'm really confident in what I'm gonna do. So if I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. Some of these and I ain't gotta say no, I'm gonna spit in their face because I don't like what they selling the community. I don't. I feel like a lot of these niggas are worse than rappers. They selling out the community with a lot of this red pill bullshit. Look, how the fuck you gonna be red pill and pro black? Explain that to me. Break it down.
You can't. And
no, for real, break it down.
They're promoting men pick quantity over quality. They're not spreading love and understanding. They're spreading lying, misleading, just a lot of the most evil things that happen in this world came from a lie. That's the one thing that ties all of the evil things in the world that happened. Hitler, slavery, all of those terrible things that happened, it stems from lies, not the truth. That's the one thing that it all had in common. Propaganda. It's just terrible. And women, we got to be careful because when we meet a guy, we don't know if they're listening to this red pill stuff, especially the guys that we deem successful and the guys that are very appealing. Those be the main guys that lack love and respect and adoration to a woman or for a woman. So we got to keep our eyes open, you know. And I just thought of this, and I remember us talking about us becoming love. I think that was probably the most profound thing you said, like self-improving and becoming love. So whoever comes around you, they feel it. They feel the love for themselves. They feel the love.
Let me say this, because love has a correction element to it too. So when I do spit in them niggas' face, I'm just correcting their actions. You see what I'm saying? Because I love them. I love them so much that I'm gonna spit in their face. Look, I'm nobody's fucking role model. Let me say that. But I am a self-improvement
role model
practitioner.
I like that.
You give me some pound on that shit?
Yeah,
no, for real.
Nice.
But on a real tip, I want to see people win because that elevates me. When I see somebody go far, that's my goal. Like, yo, if that person can do it, I know I can do it. You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
If I see somebody break through glass ceilings, I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic because I'm like, yo, I know on my turn next. I don't give a real talk. I don't care if I went through 4 or 5 losing seasons. I don't give a fuck. If I see somebody bust through that ceiling, I know my time coming, so I can wait patiently, and I never gotta be a hater. And I say all that to say, like, I think that a lot of people, you know, end up hating on niggas. A lot of people end up giving up on themselves. A lot of people end up losing their whole footing in their journey because, you know, they didn't have the proper mentality for one. And then for two, they never had proper faith in themselves. And when you got outside influences constantly pounding bullshit into your mind, that frustrates me because I gotta go back and do double work. You know what I'm saying? Because when I typically find people, they here, they in hell. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't listen to all this bullshit, all these ideals and all this crap. I'm like, nah, life is better than that. So when you say something like being love, when you embody love, by definition, your heart slash your spirit is going to attract whatever belongs to it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just that simple. So if a bunch of drama and bullshit belong to it, then that's what it's going to attract.
That's true.
It's just that simple, man. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go ahead and start winding it down. We've been on here for a while. Nerve You podcast live stream. We coming at you live on a Thursday night. Y'all hit the super chat button. Y'all hit the like button. Matter of fact. Look, man, we just chopping it up about the fun girl versus the wife. But man, we've been on here for quite some time. We're gonna go ahead and shut it down. And shout out to everybody in the Dime Game division. Y'all follow me on Instagram at C-Boogie Production. And we'll be back on Sunday. A lot of people don't know we got a Sunday episode. And it's pretty good. So Sunday is typically our best day. Right. So we got a Sunday episode, man. And y'all gotta open up the phone lines. We definitely gonna get the phone lines popping.
Right.
We gonna get the phone lines popping. It's coming, man. Maybe not the next episode, but within the next few weeks, we're going to have the phones. We're going to have a few things really popping. So y'all just be on the lookout, man. We're growing organically and gradually. That's the way I want to grow. We're growing organically and gradually. So I'm happy with that, man.
Me too.
You know what I mean?
Thank you for everybody who's listening and your wise words.
Always.
I'm gonna go.
Always. All right. But shout out to everybody, man. And I hope y'all got something from this podcast and this live stream, man. Tonight, I would say was a little bit more educational, man. And y'all be cool. We're going to go ahead and sign off. Subscribe to the channel. Tune in Sunday. We'll be back same time for another live podcast. And it's up, man. So